Today I'll be teaching you guys how to make a corset blouse. Now this kind of corset blouse is not just a regular corset blouse. It has so many things in it. Now the corset blouse I'll be making is called what? Together peplum corset blouse. What do I mean by together peplum? It is a blouse that is peplum. Do you understand that? And what I also mean as peplum is what? Is a flay blouse that does not have joining at the what? Half length. So I'll be teaching you guys how to make this blouse using what? A corset bustier. Okay, so the first thing we do, first of all, look at our measurement. We have what? Shoulder of what? 14 inches. We have bust length of what? 9 inches. Now this bust length is the measuring from what? Your shoulder to the what? Nipple point. Now we have under bust point of what? 12 inches. That is from shoulder to the what? Under bust. We have round bust of what? 35 inches. We have round under bust of what? 29 inches. We have waistline of what? 15 inches. We have blouse length of what? 23. Now you add extra 2 inches allowance for the what? Hemming or for the what? Turning with lining. Now we have the bust band, which is what? 7 inches for a bust of what? 35 inches. Now you can actually call us on phone if you have any question that you really want to ask us direct. Otherwise, please make sure you ask your question in the comment section below. Thank you very much. Please, if you are new to this channel, I want you to make sure you click on that subscribe button. And also, I want you to make sure you click on that thumbs up. Make sure you click on that thumbs up in order to support us. Click on that like button. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. So the first thing to do while cutting anything is to do what? To fold your fabric. So how do we fold this fabric? Because that is always the problem with some persons. You see some persons wasting their fabric. Now, how do we fold our fabric? You fold your fabric using the what? Highest circumference. Now, in this case, this type of blouse that we are about making, the real highest circumference is the what? The fillet. But I'm not going to be using the fillet. Rather, I'll be using the what? The round bust. Now, the round bust is what? 35. Divide by 4, we'll be getting what? 8 3/4. Now, add extra 10 inches to this 8 3/4. This 10 inches is an allowance for both the what? Body allowance and for the what? Fillet. Like I said, 8 3/4 plus 10 inches will give you what? 18 3/4. That means you have to fold 18 3/4 of your fabric. Please, I advise us, make sure you work with your what? Pattern paper. Please, this type of blouse that I'll be making, there is no way you can work with your fabric except you want to join the material that you'll be using, because there is really no way you can actually work with your material that you are not going to do what? Join. So in order to avoid joining, please work with your pattern paper. Later you do what? Trace out with your what? Fabric. I think that is the best. Now, as you can see, we got what? 18 3/4 for our fabric. Now, as you can see, mine is more than 18 3/4, which is actually okay. So what I mean by that is that you cannot fold less than what? 18 3/4. Rather, you can fold more than or exactly 18 3/4. Now, after we are done folding, next thing we are going to do is to what? Mark out our what? Measurement points. These measurement points are the what? The vertical measurements. Do you understand? From shoulder to nipple, from nipple to under bust, from under bust to the waistline, and to the what? Blouse length. So that is what we are going to be doing now. So from shoulder to the nipple point is what? 9 inches. As you can see, please make sure you mark this into 2 in order to get a straight line. So you can see 9 inches. Now, marking the what? Under bust. From shoulder to under bust is what? 12 inches. Okay. Make sure you mark it out into 2 in order to get a what? A straight line. Now, from shoulder to the what? The waistline is what? 15 inches. Now mark out 15 inches. Make sure you also mark it out into 2 in order to get what? A straight line. Next is what? From shoulder to the what? The blouse length. Okay. From shoulder to the blouse length is what? 23 inches. Then add your what? Extra 2 inches allowance for what? Turning with lining. Okay, make sure you also mark it out 2 times in order to do what? Get a straight line. 23 and what? 25. Okay, so now you are done marking it out. Next thing you need to do is to do what? Take your rule and do what? Connect. Okay guys, as you can see, we are done connecting. So now let's label it out. As you can see, this is the what? The bust length. This is the what? The under bust length. This is the what? The waistline. That is actually the what? The half length. While this is the what? The blouse length. And also, okay, this is the blouse length and also the what? The allowance. Okay. Now, after marking out this measurement points, next thing we are going to do, for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'll be marking out the shoulder. Remember, what we're actually cutting is a corset, which you can also do what? Cut it out like a what? A 2 corset. Now, but I'll be marking out the shoulder just to use it as a guide. Please, I'll be marking out the yoke. That is what I mean. Just to use it what? As a guide, so that all of us will do what? Understand this thing very well. Okay, like I said, I'll be marking out the shoulder. Now the shoulder is what? 14 inches divided by 2, you'll be getting what? 7 plus add what? Half inch allowance, which will be getting what? 7.5. Now mark it out. Make sure you mark it out into 2 in order to get a what? A straight line. This straight line gives you your what? The armhole length. Okay, so mark it out. After you finish marking it out, next thing you are going to do is to do what? Get your what? Shoulder slope. In order to get the shoulder slope, what we are going to do is to do what? From here, are you seeing it? Slant, step down by what? 1. Okay, that is what we usually use for female. Now, next thing you are going to mark out is your what I call the what? The standard neck width, which is usually what? The 3 inches. Now, you have these 2 points from here to here. Next thing you need to do is to do what? Connect in order to form the what? The shoulder slope. The shoulder slope is the slanting of the shoulder. As we all know that no human being's shoulder is actually what? Straight. It is in 1 or 2 ways slanted. Okay, so that is the shoulder slope. So next thing we are going to do is to do what? To get the what? Armhole length. To get the armhole length, I have the simplest method of getting the armhole length, which is what? Whatever you have here, whatever your shoulder is divided by 2, take it exactly and come and put it here, which you guys know that my shoulder is what? 14. 14 divided by 2 is what? 7 inches. So mark out your what? 7 inches. Okay, so please, there are also many methods out there for you to get your what? Armhole length. Another method we have for you to get your armhole length is what? Your round bust divided by what? 6 plus 1.5. Please, if you cross check these 2 methods, you see that they are just almost the same thing. Do you understand? So anyone you want to use, please make sure you use it right. Okay, so after you are done marking out the armhole length, so let's form the armhole. To form the armhole, we usually, at this point whereby the vertical and horizontal line is meeting, we usually do what? From here, diagonally mark out what? 1 inch. Okay, so next thing you are actually going to do is to do what? Connect what? To form your armhole. In order to form your armhole, please, I want you to do what? Make sure you connect it like this. Okay, but for me, I usually like doing my connections with a particular instrument, and that instrument is rare. You might not have seen it anywhere, but the instrument I'll be using is what? My broomstick. As you can see, it is very, very flexible. We do not, as in, we neglect this broomstick very much. We like using other things, which are also good. Do you understand? Oh, this is very, very important in this our work. Do you understand? Because it is very, very flexible. Okay, now look at it. If I really want to connect it, look at what I'm going to be doing now. As you can see, this one should be touching the 1 inch. As you can see, okay, like this. Now connect. Okay, as you can see, I've actually formed my armhole. But this armhole is without what we call armhole effect, which you guys know that for me to do armhole effect here now is not necessary. Do you understand? Okay, so if you want to know what armhole effect is, please make sure you go back to my videos. Make sure you go and watch many of my videos. Actually applied it on my videos. Okay, so next thing we are going to do is to do what? Let's finish up this upper part before we move directly into the real thing, which is the corset. Okay, let's mark out the neck. So the neck width we'll be using is 4 inches. Okay, take your rule and do what? Draw it down. And the neck depth we'll be using is 3.5 inches. Please, like I said, this thing I'm just marking out is is like a guide, because that is not the real corset we'll be using. Okay, so next thing we are also going to do is to do get a curve. As you can see, the way I got my curve here is the same way I'm still going to use and get curve here. From here, mark out 1 inch diagonally. So next thing you are going to do is to do connect. Always make use of your this great tool, which is your broomstick. Okay, as you can see, I'm done with it. So next thing I'm going to do now is the real corset. Please, I want you to pay attention to this particular point. Okay, so now in order to do this corset, what we are going to do is to do we're going to mark out what we call the bust span, which can also be called the nipple to nipple. Okay, bust span for a bust of 35 inches is 7 inches. What do I mean by bust span? Like I said, another name is nipple to nipple. Now explaining it, it means this when you place your tape from the left nipple to the right nipple, or vice versa, place your tape from the right nipple to the left nipple. So the distance you get there is what we call the bust span. So for a bust of 35 is 7 inches. Do you understand? Now since we are folding our material into 2, you divide 7 by 2. And what do you get? You get 3.5. Now add ½ inch allowance. That is about same allowance. Okay, which is going to give us 4 inches. Now mark out 4 inches from your bust point. Are you seeing it? Down to where? Mark 4 inches from your bust point down to where? Half length. Okay, are you seeing it? So next thing we are going to do is we are going to connect. Okay, so as we have connected, please, there's something else I want us to do, because this is actually going to help us as we progress. I want you to also use like another kind of marker. I'm using another kind of marker to differentiate. If you like, you can still use the same marker. Okay, I'm using it to differentiate. Now I've actually elongated, are you seeing it, this particular line down. Okay, are you seeing it? But the real one I marked is this one. So what I'm trying to say is take your marker and mark down like this, as you can see. So like I said, next thing we are going to do is to do a construct the corset bustier. So how do we do that? After marking out the nipple to nipple, what we need to do is what? Now look at this. The distance from the what? Nipple point to the what? Underbust. Please, this part is very very important. Look at it. Now the distance from the nipple point to the underbust is what? 3 inches. Now what does that mean? It means that we are going to use 3 inches like this. Now look at what we mean. Take your compass, whatever we call it, as you still can see, I'm with my own. Take it, place it from that word. Are you seeing it? Place it from the word nipple point. Make sure you touch the word underbust. Are you seeing it? Touch the underbust. Now next thing you are going to do is to do what? Make sure you take it round your word. Make sure you take it round like this. Are you seeing it? Okay, as you can see, I did it with what? A pen, as you can see. So after you finish taking it round, next thing you need to do, this part is very very important, please. Next thing to do is to do what? To mark out your what? The neck depth. Now please, like I said, this one we just marked out here, as you can see, is just like a guide. This is not the real corset. The real corset starts from here. Do you understand? Okay. So next thing we need to do is to do what? To mark out the what? The neck depth. Now when you were wearing this clothes, how do you get your neck depth? Now let's say if you're wearing this corset without yoke, do you understand? The neck depth you want is what? Let's say your neck depth is what? 7.5. Are you seeing it? This is the point. Now 7.5. So in other words, this 7.5 means I really want some part of my what? Cleavage to be what? Exposed. Do you understand? It means the depth of the what? The neck. Please note that. If you don't want your cleavage to be exposed, that means you'll be using around what? 6 inches, or yeah, around 6 inches, which is also almost at the same line with this particular point. Are you seeing it? So if you want to deepen the neck more so that your cleavage will show more, that means you need to go down more. Do you understand? Okay, so now I've gotten this point. Next thing I need to do is to do what? I'll mark out from that same point. Are you seeing it? Place your tape like this. Mark out what? 3/4. Some persons use her, but for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'm using what? 3/4. Okay, now this 3/4 is the distance. Like, do you understand? If you've seen a corset, you see that distance between the two busts. There must be distance because the bust is not closely together like that. So that opening at the same cleavage. Do you understand? In order to give that distance between the two busts, all you need to do is to do what? Mark out what? 3/4 inch, as you can see. So next thing we are going to do is to do what? Take our rule and do what? Connect. Okay, as you can see, we have from this point to this point. So next thing we are going to do is to do what? We are now going to connect from here. Are you seeing it? To this particular point. Like I said, we'll be working with our words. Please don't forget, be working with your broomstick. And you can also work with your words, other curves like your French curve and the rest. Okay, so using my broomstick, which is very very perfect for this. Now place it very well. Make sure that the 2 points joins together. As you can see, are you seeing it? The 2 points are joined together. Now connect. As you can see, I've connected. Now the bustier is already on its formation stage. Are you seeing it? So next thing that I'm going to do is to do what? Now look at it. I'm still going to curve from here to this particular point. But as we all know that this side of the side part of the bust is fuller than the middle part. So thereby we are not just going to connect exactly like this. From this point, we are going to extend with what? 1/2 inch or 1 inch. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're extending with what? 1 inch. Okay, so now we have this point. All we need to do is to do what? Take our broomstick and do what? Connect. Okay, as you can see, we're almost done. Connect. Place it like this and do what? Connect. Okay, so next thing we are going to do is to do what? Connect from here to here and then from here down to this particular point. Now another thing I really need to let you know is that if you want your corset, please, if you want your corset not to expose any part of your upper bust, do you understand? Please, I advise you to go what? Go like step up more. Are you seeing it? Don't start from this point. What you need to do is to what? Step up with what? 1/2 or 1 inch. But please, I advise you to keep to this particular one that I'm using. Okay, so that means at this middle point, all we need to do is to do what? Take your broomstick and do what? Connect. Okay guys, as you can see, after I'm done connecting, there's something else I'm still going to do now. So you can see, next thing that I'm going to do now is to do what? Extend this are you seeing it? Extend it from here. Look at it. From this point, step up by what? 1 inch. As you can see, this, with particular measurement that I'm using, if I step up by 1 inch, it's actually landing at this particular what? Armhole length. So now look at it. Take your rule and do what? Connect it like this. Just go straight and do what? Connect. Okay, as you can see, now that I have connected, next thing I'm going to do is that at this point, as you can see, I'm going to connect it back to this particular point. As you can see, the corset is on its formation stage. is almost done. So connect like this. Okay, so the next step we are going to go with now is to do what? To impute our dart. As you know that without that, you can never get a bustier. You can never get a cup out of a dress. Okay, so in order to impute the dart, now look at what we are going to do. Look at it. From here, are you seeing it? From here, mark what? 1 inch. That's what we are using for our dart. Then from here, mark out what? 1 inch. As you can see, we have from here to here 1 inch. That means 2 inches both. Are you seeing it? So also do the same thing here. From here to here is what? 1 inch. From here to here is what? 1 inch. Now we have this point. Are you seeing? We have this point. We have this point. We have this point. We have this point. And we have the center point. So next thing we are going to do, we are still going to make use of our what? Curve, which I'm using what? My broomstick. I'm going to connect it. Now, the advantage of using this broomstick is that your bustier is not going to be sharp in any way. Do you understand? Like, it's the most perfect tool for this particular thing. As you can see, I've actually gotten it. Now I'll do the same thing at this very side. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm done marking out the dart. As you can see, we've actually formed the corset bustier. So I want to let you guys know that forming corset bustier is not hard. It's one of the most simplest bustier set. Do you understand? Okay. So next thing we are going to do now is to do what? Take this dart down to the what? Half length. Okay, how do we take it down to the half length? The same thing we did. From here is what? 1 inch, and from here is what? 1 inch. Okay. Now make sure you connect. Make sure you do what? You connect. Now please, there's something I really want to let us know. Now we'll be making use of this thing as we progress. We'll be using it to do what? To cut the flake. Okay. As you've connected, now I'll be using a red marker to signify something. I'm going to still connect it to the damp part with just a dot with the red marker. Now look at it with a dot with the what? Red marker. I'm still going to do the same thing here with a dot with the what? Red marker. Okay. Because we'll be making use of this thing in order to do what? Impute our flame. Okay, so next thing we are going to do now is to do what? Impute the flame. Please, I want you guys to know that at this moment the corset is ready. Okay, so next thing is to do what? Impute the flame. That is to what? Do what? Make the what? Together peplum. Okay, so in order to impute the flame, what we are going to do is, are you seeing it? This line that I marked, from this particular line, now look at it, extend from here. However you want your fillet to be, if you want it to flow more than what I'll be using, because for me, I'll be using what? I'll be using 3 inches. But for you, you can make use of what? From 3 inches to what? 5 inches. Do you understand? Okay. But I'll be making use of what? 3 inches. So I don't want it to flow more than expected. You understand? I don't want it to look so obvious that, like, I don't want it to be too sharp. So that is it. So now you mark from here. Next thing you are going to do is to do what? Now look at it. Please, there's something, this particular part that I'm about teaching, please, I want you to focus very well. This particular part I'm about teaching is something else. Now, look at it. In order to form this together fillet is not as simple as people do see it. Do you understand? Now, for you to form together fillet, like I told you people, you must be working with your pattern paper because you must join. Do you understand? You must join. Now check it. If a fillet is coming to this side, then how can here get its own fillet? Do you understand? So the only way for us to put a fillet on this thing is to make sure we do what? Put it on one side, then complete the other side with another what? Paper. Do you understand? So in this case, you have to choose which side am I going to put the fillet. Now for me, I usually choose this particular side because this has the what? Highest paper. Do you understand? It has the highest space. So in order for me to choose this particular side, that means I'll be drawing my fillet from here to the what? The 3 inches. Like I told you guys, my fillet is what? 3 inches. Now look at it. Connect from here to this particular point. Okay. Are you seeing it? Connect from here to this particular point. Now guys, see what I was explaining. If I'm also to do what? To put this particular fillet, as you can see, it will clash with this particular one. So when I'll be cutting it, I would kind of use less two of them. Do you understand? So that means I need to only choose one side and the other side complete it with another what? Pattern paper. Do you understand? Hope it's clear now. Okay, so next thing I need to do is to do what? I need to impute the body measurement. So in order to impute the body measurement, the bust is what? Our bust is what? 35 inches. 35 divided by 4 is what? 8 3/4. So mark out your what? 8 3/4. As you can see, mark out your 8 3/4. So you can actually add what? 1 inch for this what? The spacing of this dart here. Okay. If you like, you can still leave it like that. Okay. Then next we are going to do is to do what? Under bust is what? 29 inches. Okay, 29 divided by 4 is going to give us what? 7 1/4. So mark out your what 7 1/4. As you can see, please, as you marked this 7 1/4, remember these 2 inches. That, do you understand? Make sure you do what, replace it 2 inches. Okay, as you notice on this thing, I'm not adding any allowance here. Do you understand? Because I'm working with what, a pattern paper. When you want to trace it on the fabric, you can do what, add your allowance. Okay, so please, whatever you do at this very side, also do the same thing at the what, half length. Okay, 7 1/4, replace the 2 inches. Okay, so next thing we are going to do is what, we are going to connect in order to form the shape of the what, blouse. Okay, as you guys can see that I have connected. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to do is to do what, impute the fillet of this particular side. As you can see, I've gotten the fillet of this particular side, so I'm still going to get the fillet of this particular. So in order to get the fillet, please, whatever we did here, do the same thing here. And what did we do? As you can see, from here I extended the measurement, are you seeing it, to this very particular side. As you can see, the next thing we are going to do is to do what, impute the fillet. Remember what I used here was what, 3 inches. As you can see, mark out your what, 3 inches. So at the end of the day, take your ruler and do what, connect it like this. Okay, so we are almost done with this particular thing now, as you can see. So next thing we are going to do is to do what, we are going to do what, cut. After cutting, then we can now do what, join for this particular side in order to complete it. Okay, now look at what we are going to do. We are going to cut now. Okay, let me take my scissors and cut. Please, I want you to remember what I actually said. I'm not going to be working with this particular side. This is more like, it's a tube corset. Do you understand? So if you want to add your yoke, you add your yoke after you finish coupling this. This is not going to be the yoke. Do you understand? Okay, so from here, cut. Okay guys, take your pin and hold this thing so that when we cut it, it is not going to do or scatter. Okay, take your pin and hold. Take your pin and hold on the different parts that are supposed to do what, scatter. Please, before we start cutting, I want us to know something. I want us to know that it is very, very important for us to label this particular side, because if you did not label it during the time of what, joining, it's going to really do what, confusing. So I want you to make sure you label this particular side. In order for me to label it, now see, you can label in your own understanding. Do you understand? Now, since we are going to join this one to this particular side, and here is the what, the center front, that means I'm going to write what, C here, center. That is, I'll be writing the word center down. This is the down part. While this one is the word center up. Are you saying it? This one is what, the side up, and why this one is what, the side down. So with this label now, I'll be able to know when I'm coupling this thing. Okay, so like I said, next thing we need to do is to do what, take our scissors and do what, cut off. Now remember what I said, you first of all going to cut out this particular side. Okay, now look at what I'm doing. I'm cutting off the what, the corset. Okay guys, now look at it. Make sure you separate this corset. Separate it from the dart. Okay, so we are done with this particular one, we are done with this particular. So now, by me looking at this one, we are not done. So next thing we need to do is to do what? Also do what? Separate. Now look at this. This part is very, very important. Since there is not enough space, this one has taken its own space for the flame. Now what are we going to do? We are going to first of all do what? We are going to cut it out from here. Remember what I said, we are going to join another paper here in order to complete the fillet for this particular one. Okay guys, as you can see, I've actually joined another one down here in order to complete the fillet of this particular one. Okay, so in order to complete the fillet, what we are going to do is now look at it very well. As you can see, this is the what? This is the half length. Look at it very well. This is the way half length. Now, since this part is the half length, all we are going to do is to do what? Look at it. Take this one and place it like this. Are you seeing it? Take it, see. Look at it. From here to here is straight. Are you seeing it? So this is the extra flare. So place it like this. Okay. After you finish placing it like this, take your pin and hold so that this thing will not do what? Scatter. Or maybe the breeze will not blow it away. Take your pin and hold it. Okay, now after you are done holding it, next thing you need to do is to do what? Trace it out or cut it off immediately. Okay guys, after you're done cutting it off, next thing you need to do is to do what? Remove the pin. Okay. Okay guys, as you can see, we are done cutting it. The peplon, the corset peplon blouse. As you can see, we are done cutting out the front part. Now look at it. Now, have you seen the reason why I said that we must join? Because these two are clashing. So that's why we had to choose only one side. Then after cutting out one side, we now join another paper to cut out this particular side. Hope it's well understood now. Please, if you don't really understand any part of this, I want you to make sure you ask your question in the comment section. And also, please don't forget to click on that like button, because that actually makes me more happy. When I see more people liking it, I know that they really understood, and it will make me to do more videos. Okay guys, so this is it. So before I teach you guys how to do what? Couple it. Do you understand? I want us to first of all cut the back part. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm about cutting the back. Now you are done cutting the front part of your corset blouse. Next thing you need to do is to do what? To cut the back. Now, in order for you to cut the back, as you can see, this is the center front. Okay, while this is the side front. Okay, so we are going to use center front to cut the center back, and the side front to cut the side back. Okay, so first of all, before you place your material, as you can see, I've already placed my material. Please mark out your 3 inches. Please, this 3 inches was the same 3 inches I used for my flare, and this 3 inches also constitutes of your 2 inches is either your 1.5 or 2 inches zipper allowance, and your 3 inches for flare. Please always know that. As you guys know that if you are cutting a normal cloth without a flare, here is supposed to be 2 inches as the zipper allowance, but for this case is 3 inches, which is the total of the flare and for the zip. Okay, so mark it out. Now place it as you can see. I have placed it. Are you seeing it? Okay, now why this place is open is because the flare has already taken all over the whole space. Okay, so next thing you need to do is to do what? Okay, now take your rule and extend this particular line here, the half length and the underbust. Okay, now you've extended it. You also extend this particular point. Okay, next thing you need to do is to do mark out your zip allowance. Please, you can use your zip allowance can be 2, it can be 1.5, depending on what you use. For the sake of this particular tutorial, I'll be using 1.5, but please, I advise you to use 2 inches and above. Okay, now I've marked 1.5. Are you seeing it for my zipper allowance? Next thing I need to do is to do connect them. Okay, now I've connected it. So next thing I'm going to be doing is connect it down to this place in order to form your flare. As you guys can see, I've actually formed the center back flare. Okay, so next thing we are going to do is to do you can't just leave your back like this. You need to apply what we call the zipper effect. This zipper effect enables our dress, especially our blouses, to do for the back part to lap very well. Instead of when you are wearing it, it will be puffing out so much. So in order to apply it, what we are going to do is, now look at it very well. What we are going to do is at this particular underbust, step back. Are you seeing it? How I'm keeping my tape? Step back by half inch. Are you seeing it? So when you step back by half inch, what you are going to see now, see what you are going to do. What you are going to do, connect it down to here, down to the flare. Are you seeing it? Then okay, please guys, it's not like that. Now look at it. Do the same thing as I've done here. Step back. Now, since we've been doing this particular method of from the underbust, take the same thing as the half length side. Okay, so the same thing we are still going to do here. Step back by half inch. Now next thing we need to do is connect this particular two together. Are you seeing it? Down. Now still make sure you do extend to your flare. So also next thing we are still going to do here is to do let's gradually extend it back. Are you seeing it? Now, as you can see, we have this particular shape. This shape enables your dress to lap very well at the back so that it will not be puffing out. Okay, so guys, now we are done. Now, also, the next thing we are still going to do is to do silence the bust. As you guys know that this is the front part where we are going to do couple this particular two after we now fix it on this particular place. Now, since the back does not have a bust, so you need to do silence it. So in order to silence it, take your rule and do just draw a straight line like this. Are you seeing it? Please also do the same thing on this particular one. draw a straight line like this. This enables you to do what? Silence the what? The bust at the back. Okay, so finally, next thing you need to do is to do what? Take your scissors and cut it off. Okay guys, I want you to know that what we actually cut out now is for the what? The pattern paper. Do you understand? See, look at it, we actually done. What we actually cut out now is the what? The pattern paper. Now I want you to know that this is not, you cannot take this thing and
Fashion Academy, male and female.
All you have to do is what? When you place it on the material, look at it. Each and every one of them, this is what you do. When you place it on the material, let's say we want to cut this one out now on the material. Please, this is very, very important. Let's say you want to cut this particular one off. All you need to do is to do what? Make sure you add ½ inch allowance on all sides. Please, this is very, very important. Do you understand? Add your what? ½ inch allowance on all sides. This is the same allowance you used to join it. Please, if you do any mistake and you did not add this, your work might come out differently. Are you seeing it? So the same thing to this particular one. Now look at it. The same thing to this particular one. If you still want to duplicate this one on your fabric, now look at it. If you want to duplicate the center front of your fabric, all you need to do is to do what? When you fold your material, okay? Let's say I have folded my material. Are you seeing it? When you fold your material, now keep it like this. Are you seeing it? Okay, keep it like this. Add ½ inch on all sides. Are you seeing it? Add ½ inch on all sides. Add ½ inch on all sides. Are you seeing it? Okay. You can exclude it down because when we were actually marking out this thing, we added our 2 inches allowance. Do you understand? Okay, so this is how to get this particular part. Now, for this particular part, for the side, okay. Now look at it. For the side, are you seeing it? How do you get it? It's still the same thing. But please, I want you to know something. Something that happened here. While I was marking out this thing, I did not add my what? 2 inches allowance for the what? Body allowance. Assuming you did not add the what? 2 inches allowance, all you need to do is to do what? Add the what? 2 inches extra allowance. Now, so next thing you need to do is to do what? Are you seeing? Add ½ inch allowance on all these sides. Now look at it. On these sides, are you seeing it? Add ½ inch allowance like this, and you trace it out. Do you understand? So please, this is how you do it. So after you finish tracing it out, I'm going to kind of join all of them together to show you how it looks like. Okay guys, like I said, I'm going to couple this paper together in order to show you guys how to couple it on your fabric. Okay, after you are done padding your this particular part, do you understand? You need to pad it so that it will look like a bustier. After you're done, you can pad with your wording. You can pad with whatever you want to use and pad. You normally have your regular padding material. Okay, so after you are done padding it, now I want you to see this is the center front. Okay, so since this is the center front, I want to open it now. I want to expand it. As you can see, I've expanded it. Okay guys, as you can see, now I've expanded this particular one. Now let me show you guys something. This part is very, very important in order for you to couple this thing. Now look at it. As you can see, this is the center up. Are you seeing it? Center down? That means it's for this center front. Are you seeing it? So this is how it's going to be from this side. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. Why this one is going to be like this, then why this one? So how are we really going to do this thing? Now look at it. We are going to couple. Remember, this is after you finish tracing on your material. And after you finish adding your what? ½ inch allowance on all sides. Now you take this one, couple with this one. Are you seeing it? We are going to couple it like this. Are you seeing it? Couple the play like this. Okay. Also do the same thing on this particular side. Okay, let me show you guys. Also do the same thing on this particular side. Look at it. Take this one and couple like this. Are you seeing it? Okay. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm done coupling this particular side. Are you seeing it? I've coupled it. Are you seeing it? I've coupled it. Please don't forget, you don't just couple your paper. You understand what I mean? After you finish marking out your corset like this, next thing you need to do is to do what? Take it on your material, trace, adding your ½ inch allowance on all sides for same allowance. Then after you finish tracing all of them, that is when you are going to join this one. Please, after you finish padding your this particular one, you understand, applying your gum, also make sure you cut exactly the same thing on your lining. That is if you are using lining, please. Then after you are done with this one, next thing you're going to do is what? To work on this particular one. Now see it. Now to work on this particular, as you can see this particular one, look at it, couple like this. Now place it like this. Are you seeing it? Couple like this. Are you seeing it? Please also do the same thing on this one. Place it like this. Are you seeing it? Couple like this. Okay, I'll go and couple it and come back. Okay guys, finally, as you can see, I'm done coupling out this one. As you can see, please, have you seen that this labeling we did here is actually helping us? Now look at it. Please don't mistakenly do this thing. Place it like this. Are you seeing it? don't mistakenly do this thing. So many of us normally do this thing. Do you understand? They don't even notice it. So that's why it's good to label center up. Are you seeing it? This one is for the word center upside, and this one for center downside. This also do the same thing here. So you can see now, for you to couple this side, this is how you couple it. Are you seeing it? Place it like this. Now sew this one from here. Are you seeing it? Using that half-inch allowance you added. Now also sew this one from here. Please make sure you sew it very well. So at the end of the day, this is actually what you get for the front. As you can see, it looks so nice and very, very sharp. Do you understand? Now look at the bust here, looking so sexy. Now look at the peplum, together peplum. I know so many of us don't know how to do this particular thing. Now, if this is your first time knowing how to do this particular thing, please, I want you to comment in the comment section below. Tell me, just let me know so that I can be able to do more things that you guys didn't really know. Okay, so this is it. Are you seeing it? Okay, so for those of you that want to put a yoke, do you understand? I don't know if I will teach you guys how to make a yoke. Okay, let me see if I can teach you guys how to make a yoke. So please, I want you to know that whatever you do on this front side is exactly the same thing you do on the what, your lining. Do you understand? So also use the same method on your what. Please make sure you use the same method on your what, the back part. Please make sure you use the same method on the back part. Okay guys, see what I mean? If this is actually your back part, how do you work on it? Now look at it. Place it like this. Are you seeing it? This is the center part. Now, you are not going to sew here yet. All you are going to do is to do what? Take the two sides. As you can see, take the two sides. The place that's supposed to lap on the other side. Now just take them. Place this one here and place this one here. Are you seeing it? So next thing you need to go and do is to do what? Sew from here to here. Are you seeing it? And also sew this one from here to here. As you can see, here now is for your what? The zipper allowance. It is very, very important to know that here is for your what? Zipper allowance. So when you finish coupling it, which I know you know how to do it, that is when you now do what? Couple with your what? The front part. And your what? Blouse is ready. Okay. Okay guys, finally, as you guys can see, I was able to do what? Sew it with. As you can see, I was able to use the paper and finish up the corset bust here. So look at it. Is it not fine? It's very, very beautiful. So I'm going to put it on a mannequin for you guys to see how it really looks like. It's very, very fine. So look at it. You guys know that sewing on paper is not easy, but I was able to do that. Hello guys, thanks for watching. So